Ready? Start. Two paintings auctioned by the appellant company and purchased by two foreign nationals were seized by Archaeological Survey of India as it found the same to be antique in nature. A complaint was made to the CBI, which prima facie found the commission of offence under Section 3 punishable under Section 25 of the Antiquities and Art Treasures Act 1972 and registered an FIR on 29th January 2004 for offences punishable under Section 120B IPC and Section 25 read with Section 3 of the Act, and after investigation filed charge sheet on 28th April 2004 against the appellants and the two foreign nationals. Thereafter, the appellants filed writ petition number 165 of 2004 in the High Court challenging the report of the Director General ASI and confiscation of the said two paintings under the Customs Act. In the writ petition, neither the CBI was made a party nor was the FIR charge sheet challenged. The writ petition was disposed of by a consent order dated 24th March 2005 directing the competent authority to pass a fresh order. Again, writ petitions were filed seeking to quash the FIR mainly on the ground that the basis of the FIR, the earlier report of the ASI, had been rendered redundant in view of the decision of the Division of the High Court. The High Court dismissed the writ petition. Aggrieved, the auctioneers filed the appeals. Dismissing the appeals, the court, it is pertinent to note that in the instant writ petition, the relief prayed for is to quash the FIR and not the order passed by the trial court refusing to discharge the appellants from the criminal case filed by the CBI. The writ petition is mainly based on the ground that the basis of the FIR, the earlier report of Archaeological Survey of India, has been rendered redundant in view of the decision rendered by the Division Bench of the High Court by order dated 24th March 2005. There is no explanation whatsoever forthcoming from the appellants as to why they did not implead the CBI in writ petition and challenge the FIR, though they were aware of the same. It cannot be said that the basis of the FIR does not survive in view of the judgment of Delhi High Court in writ petition of 2004. The High Court mainly observed that in view of the consensus arrived at between the parties thereto, it will not be necessary for the parties to give effect to the earlier report, and if a new report is passed, the earlier report will not be given effect to. The earlier report has not been set aside by the High Court, and obviously to continue its operation, a new order is to be made by the Director General ASI, which has not so far been passed. At any rate, all these pleas may be advanced, if at all available, to the appellants in the pending criminal case. the observation made by the High Court that it will not be necessary for the parties to give effect to the earlier report binds only the parties to the proceedings, and admittedly the CBI has not been impleaded as party respondent in that writ petition. The jurisdiction of the High Court under Article 226 to issue appropriate writs is extraordinary, equitable, and discretionary. Prerogative writs mentioned therein may be issued only for doing substantial justice. No person is entitled to claim relief under Article 226 of the Constitution as a matter of course. The High Court rightly refused to exercise its discretion under Article 226 in favor of the appellants. On the facts and circumstances, this court is not inclined to exercise discretion under Article 136 of the Constitution of India to grant any relief to the appellants. It is evident from the record that after registration of the first information report, the CBI made detailed investigation in the matter and filed charge sheet for the offence punishable under section 25 read with section 3 of the act. The trial court, having taken cognizance of offences framed charges against all the concerned, the appellants have been filed discharge application before the trial court. It is not clear from the averments made in the writ petition as to the result of the said application. On the facts and in the circumstances, and keeping in view the progress made in the case, it is not possible at this stage to quash the very first information report. The trial court can consider whether the paintings in question are antiquities as alleged